Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Drew. In today's video, we're going to be going over how to do the headlight replacement on Mini Cooper S. We're going to be installing the Spyder LED or Spyder projector headlights from ECS Tuning. They are projector headlights with DRLs. So if you're wanting to just watch a video to see how to tap some wires for some DRLs, this will work for that too. But we're going to go ahead and swap these out. I got these with the car. All of the clips are broken on both of them, so I want to kind of swap them out something a little bit better, but I didn't want to spend $900 on buy xenon, so I ended up picking these up for about $400. I really like the idea of the DRLs, so we're going to go ahead and get them installed, see how we like them. So the first thing that you're going to want to do after you pop the hood is go ahead and remove the 4 screws that are holding in the headlight housing. There is one here, here, and then there's 2 on the bottom. On this one, there's only 2 on the top because that's the kind of owner the guy who had this before me was. So I can't show you taking off all 4. And on the other side, one of mine's a 12 millimeter because they did actually swap out the bolt at least. So it is a 10 millimeter socket. So go ahead and just crack those off. Don't lose them. The next thing we're going to want to do is remove the main power. This is what gives the headlight power. To the left of this little flap right here. Go ahead and there's 2 little clips on it. You push those down, pull it back. Depending on how long it's been in there, if there's any dirt or anything, it might be a little bit harder than that to get out. But after that, you just go ahead and pull the headlight out. Place it somewhere safe, and then you're ready to install the one on this side. If you want to go ahead and complete all the other steps for the other side, I'm confident you can do it on your own. We're going to go ahead and just get started on this side. Alright, so after you get the headlight off, you might be wondering where you're supposed to tap in the DRL for the headlights. I don't know if this would also work for rally lights, but I would assume so. I've never actually personally done rally lights, so I can't claim that it's going to work or not. There's a couple, let me turn on the flash. There's a couple areas under here, and there's one that you actually do want to mount in. This is under the wheel well on the driver's side. If you look under here, there is the parking light, which, if I actually plug this in correctly, so I can actually show you correctly. Hold on. Give me a second. Hold on. Hold on. Am I at the right spot? Does it go this way? It does. Okay. So you'll see a couple cables. You'll see that yellow one there. That's your actual fog light power. And then you'll see right above that you have the that like thin black cable. This is the one that you're actually going to want to pull out. So there's a little latch on the far side of it. Comes out. It's got this little nice interior, green and brown wire. Basically what you're going to want to do, take a blade, slice up on this. I can't do that one-handed, so I'm going to have to let you guys trust yourselves to do that without watching me. So we're going to go ahead and slice that, and then we're going to route our wires for our headlights. Alright, so when you actually get to the part of tapping in the wire, I'm pretty sure this is the part that most people are hesitant about doing themselves. This is the kit, or these are the pieces that ECS sends, or Spyder sends with their headlights. It's pretty much a T-tap. Let's get that back into focus here. Essentially, here on the right side, that's going to be a through. That's going to be for the wire that's already existing. So this is going to be the side that goes into the parking light. The one on the left, that's going to be the one that goes for the ECS or the Spyder headlight. Basically, you just run this through the parking light on the right side. In theory, it should strip it itself. If it doesn't, you can take it back off. Strip it yourself manually. It's really up to you, or you can just strip it yourself beforehand. Whatever you want to do. So, there is a specific way you are supposed to wire these. Let me just double check that confirmation, or just confirm that I have the right way in mind before I start telling you guys how to do this. I just want to double check it, and then we'll get these bad boys wired up. Alright, so the wiring scheme here is going to be this black wire goes to the brown wire, and the green wire is going to go to that green and black wire right here. We're going to strip this back a little bit further. I didn't take enough off. I mean, I probably did, but I don't want to risk it. Just might as well just cut a little bit more. And then I think I might strip it a little bit. Nothing too crazy though. And then we should be good. Okay, so I wasn't going to film this side, but something kind of caught my attention. This is the same wire from the parking light on the other side. It's white. So when you get to the passenger side, just remember that the wire that the green is going to go to is going to be white and not green. Also, I figure this is a lot closer to the bumper itself, so we're going to actually film the installation of these on this side instead of the other side. Small incisions, it's going to be hard to see. Like I said, I didn't like pull back on these or anything. I literally just cut in to make it easier to put it into the T-clamp. But I made these in about the same spot, and the other one about 2 or 3 inches up, just to help not deal with the wiring. So we got to route the cables down, and then we're going to put these into the clamp. Alright, so to route the cabling, I did it on the other side too, in the same area, but you have to route it through that little hole there in the windshield washer reservoir. I just go in front of this little plastic piece. Let me get my finger in there, right here. And I go down and I feed it. And you can see where the wheel well's open, and you can see that brown and white wire back there. Sorry for the shaky cam. But yeah, that's basically the way we're going to route it, and then we're going to put those T-clamps on. Alright, so we got it routed. If you need to pull it through, just pull it through. You got to untangle these. Let me do this. Try to do this with one hand. Oh yeah. Alright, so once you get to this point, you're pretty much ready to put the clamp on. A couple things. Don't try to wire strip these off. These kind of hold it in place inside the T-clamp. If it's too long, like these are, like they will be for you too, use scissors and cut them in half. If you don't do that, just strip them off and then use some electrical tape to keep it in the T-clamp. But we're going to get it in the T-clamp. I'll show you what that looks like in a sec. Alright, so you guys are going to probably hear me breathe a lot, but this is the best. Oh no! Let's see, let me angle this a little bit differently, because it is right in my fucking way. Alright, there is that motherfucker. So, same thing, we got the through, then we got the, I don't know, the not through. Find the area that you made your incision on earlier. Push it down in there a little bit.
This is the biggest pain in the ass of this whole job. So, if you can do this, you can do anything. Alright, fuck this shit. Put the green one in first. Then grab the white one. Sides of the wires exposed. Come on, you do this. Oh, come on, you bitch. Then once you get it in, you just close it. I'm going to open that one back up, make sure it's actually seated right before I move on to the next one. To open it back up, give it a little flathead. Let's pop this open. So it looks like it's making contact right there. Go ahead and push it in a little bit more if you want. Close it up. And then from there, go ahead and grab some pliers. They're all on the other side of the car, sorry. Oh. Now just go ahead and give it a good squeeze. These aren't really crimped, don't need to be crimped. But I just like to give them a good squeeze out of habit. Let me do the same thing for the brown and the black. That right in there. Told you guys, wiring this is a pain in the ass. If it gets stuck, you can grab a flathead, help assist you pushing it in. Sometimes your finger won't get it. Now this one, brown one's being a little bit more of a pain. This is why we have pliers. Squeeze it down. And then before you wrap it all up, go ahead and plug it back in, and then we can test to make sure it's actually going to work. Let's go ahead and squeeze the back side down. There we go. That should get it good. Nice. Okay. Go ahead and get it plugged back in. I'm doing this all with the headlight unplugged. Trying to use the goddamn phone flash to... Okay. Alright, so that's back in. These are going to dangle for a sec. Then we can go back up here. Easiest way to test this. Go ahead and plug the wiring harness back in. I'm going to put the phone... Is it going to stay? Oh, it's too easy. Just clip it right in. Now from here, this is how I tested the other one. So after you get the headlights mounted and everything in there, you can test them in one of two ways. You can either use the lock and unlock button on your keys. The lock button should show the blinker, and the unlock button should turn on the parking lights.
but that doesn't always happen, as you can see. So sometimes you actually have to go and start the car, or I don't know if it'll, we can try it with just putting the key in the ignition. That's not gonna work. All right. All right. So we turn on the car. We already see that we have light, and then boom! They look really good. I'm a huge fan. They look a lot better in person. I'll post some pics. Nice and up close. After you turn them on, get the car going, get them tested, go ahead and turn it off so that we can wrap up the wiring with some electrical tape. And then that's it. Once you finish testing them, making sure that they work, finish patching up your wheel wells, make sure all your cabling is nice and pretty, do anything else that you have to do to get them level. They definitely look amazing. I still have to level the projector lenses, but it's not dark enough yet outside to do that. So I'm going to do my spark plugs real quick, maybe an oil change, and then we should be good to go on getting them level. But I don't really do a whole lot of videos like these, so if you appreciate it, give me a like, give me a subscribe. It'll kind of convince me to do them more in the future, but I know it's not, you know, professional grade camera quality or professional grade commentary, but I do my best. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll see you in the next one if I do anything else.